Greetings, all my pony people and every creature out there. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din coming at you with another My Little Pony Friendship is Magic episode review. This time it's season 9, the final season, episode 7, titled She's All Yak, which is a parody of the title for the 1999 film She's All That, which I don't give a shit about because I never watched it. So, getting into the actual episode proper, we come to find out that there's a big dance coming up, namely one where it's going to be called the Anonymity Ball, where it's usually kind of a pony centric dance, but now they're making it a every creature inclusive dance. It's integration and all that. If any of you studied like how segregation was and all that, this is a more kindly way of doing integration, accepting in various other species into your culture in order to embrace it, and changing tradition in order to be more acceptable for other creatures to actually have fun, which is a very nice thing. Of course, this is something that Twilight would do, but when Sandbar kind of explains the whole situation to them, they're under the impression that it's a pony only kind of thing. But Twilight tells them no, this is every creature centric. Every creature can join in and have some fun. But Yona's not quite sure about what ponies do for fun or how they dance and move and stuff. And she shows off her own dance moves, which are fairly destructive, honestly. But Sandbar actually ends up inviting Yona to the dance for the most part, and with the hope of winning the prize, Best Pony Pals, prize for the whole event, kind of like a prom king or queen kind of thing, which makes it really funny that Equestria Girls started up the whole school setting thing, but now we're doing that in the real pony world as well. So it's just like, once again, we got a whole dance prom thing going on, but it functions a little bit different than in Equestria Girls. I also love this whole situation where Smolder and Gallius are just hit each other up to go to the dance together, mostly because they have this shared apathy for it, and mostly just want to go in for the free food, which is, honestly, I didn't go to my high school prom either, but I just hung out with my friends at one dude's house and we just ate a whole bunch of food and partied there. So that was honestly the best part there. But Sandbar, invites Yona to come with him and, join him and hopefully win the Best Pony Pals prize. But Yona, misunderstanding the whole situation, thinks that she needs to be more pony-like to earn the Best Pony Pals prize. My god, that alliteration. And so she literally gets run over by Rarity, who's creating various dresses for the get together. But honestly, I'm pretty sure it's just for various ponies who actually want to wear dresses to it. But Yona mistakes it for a requirement. So she ends up rolling up on Rarity, asking for Rarity's assistance in helping her, get more ready and understand the various things that she needs to do to fully embrace the dance. So Rarity, sizes her up for a dress and all that good stuff, and even tries to teach her various types of proper etiquette. I get kind of callbacks to the Princess Bride, when the main character, I mean, not the Princess Bride, the Princess Diaries, there we go, where the main character, Anne Hathaway, was, learning all these etiquette techniques and was growing into a proper lady. So Rarity has Yona kind of try to talk while while having Brussels sprouts in her mouth. That way she's better able to enunciate her words. Something that I very much need to learn how to do if you've been watching enough of my videos. But They even go over Yona's hair and all that good stuff. Not to mention the fact that Yona cares more for earth tones, darker colors in terms of what she wants for a dress. But Rarity tries to bring her over to different ways about going through and understanding the pony culture through the power of a song montage. And we even get to see Yona as a pony, which is actually very cute, but you really start to kind of understand that Yona's going too far in the wrong direction with this. And Rarity, and we soon see the rest of them, kind of just keep rolling with it because they're having fun. They want her to fully embrace this dance because she's showing an enthusiasm for learning pony culture. But she's going about it all the wrong ways. That's the downside here. But very much love this song for the most part. Honestly, I always love any kind of song that involves Kazumi Adams. Kazumi, I think that's her name. I need to re-look up her full name, but Rarity's vocal for songs. She even did the voice of the Anglo Dazzling of the Dazzlings during the Rainbow Rocks movie. She always has a beautiful voice, and just really fun to hear her sing for the most part. Yeah, Kazumi Evans, there we go. That's what I was trying to find. Kazumi Evans, just a very beautiful voice. And, get this nice montage going with Rarity showing Yona the various ins and outs of proper society. And then we get this cut to them going to, of all people, Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy, where just like the previous episode where, we found out Fluttershy was being inducted into the Buckball Hall of Fame, apparently Fluttershy is actually a very good dancer, with Fluttershy knowing the more formal dance, while Rainbow Dash is all about the more wild and crazy fun dance of the pony tradition. And we even have Fluttershy have Angel lay out these various steps that Fluttershy has created for the dance, but naturally it's a bit of a twister on Yona's first try. And when Rainbow Dash has Yona practice her thing, it's more of a kind of thrashing, jumping around kind of dance, but with Yona, it's very reminiscent of her yak dance, which actually ends up being very violent and destructive for the most part, unfortunately. And when they end up going over to see Pinkie Pie and Applejack, they get something kind of akin to a potluck kind of dinner kind of situation, where you create this kind of dish for the various events and you exchange it, and, you got this personal bucket that has a little bit of your own personal flair on it. And Yona had actually tried this out and created this dish, this yak dish, which is more of akin to like a whole bunch of bark and protein and looks like slop for the most part. So they end up trying to get some cooking going with Pinkie Pie, but that ends up just as disastrous as everything else. But then we get this nice montage of Yona trying various things. They end up going with creating applesauce, since Yona it caters itself to Yona's destructive tendencies. And we see that we have a little bit of trouble with the dress fitting, and just little cute moments for the most part. It's very nice. And I love the scene where Rainbow Dash is trying to keep Yona from destroying things around her and all that good stuff. But as time goes on, Yona fully manages to take to heart all the teachings that her teachers gave her. And while they're shocked at first, they're just so happy that she managed to fully embrace everything that they've tried so hard to teach her. And so the time of the dance comes, and I love Spike's DJ persona, DJ Tails and Scales, with this kind of dead mouse-esque looking mask he has going here. It's adorable. Honestly, it's really adorable. And, he's DJing for the vet, which actually takes me off guard, because I'm just like, this would have been a perfect time for DJ Pony 3, but, it's a cute Spike moment, and he needs more moments like this. So the dance gets underway, and it's obvious that the non-pony characters aren't too into it because it's just not really their thing. That's it's not how their cultures kind of do events like this, so they're a bit not too into it. But when Sandbar tries to convince them that this is not a you need to be a pony requirement situation, they kind of chuckle at the fact that Yona has been going through so much preparation to get her pony up for the most part. And when she arrives on the scene, I swear to God, I had to stop this video and like take a walk because I'm just like, oh God, this is too much. It's too much for me. But she's all prim, proper, and pony-like, which takes Sandbar and everyone else off guard because Sandbar didn't really feel that Yona needed to pony up for this whole thing. He invited Yona, not Pony Yona for the most part. But ultimately, Rarity's influence is too strong, and Sandbar has to kind of bite the bullet that Yona's going full pony this time around. And once the dancing truly starts to begin, it's actually kind of a boring dance setup, and actually kind of reminds me of the Grand Galloping Gala. And I just realized this is kind of a flip side situation where you have all the traditions, and the main six were kind of outsiders in terms of how everything functioned. Now we've got that inverse where they are the people running the function, where it's all prim and proper, at least from an outside perspective, and all the non-ponies are kind of outsiders in this situation. But for the most part, it goes off pretty well. Sandbar and Yona go into their little dance. Everything seems to be working out for the most part, but then Yona ends up tripping over her dress and almost has the punch spill on her, but she gets a nice recovery in for the most part. But then they go into the more wild and crazy pony dance, and at first Sandbar's just like, well, maybe we should sit this out, but Yona is all in. She really wants to have fun with Sandbar. That's what it's all about. She wants to have fun with him and win that prize, and for the most part it goes pretty well once again. But catastrophe strikes. Yona's wig starts to fall out. Her true hair, comes from underneath, and she ends up going on this blind rampage through the party hall. And while her friends try to calm her down and get her to settle, she ends up running into the all the potluck food, sending it flying all over the place. But I love Twilight's barrier she just puts up to guard against all the mess. She's just like, you shall not pass. But the damage has been done. They go to see if Yona's okay, but naturally she's distraught because she feels like she's ruined everything, and she goes running off. And naturally, since it's more of a safe haven to all of the, young six for the most part, she goes to the Treehouse of Harmony to lament her situation. And naturally, Sandbar, knowing where he'd go if he ever got into that kind of trouble, goes in order to try to kind of cheer up Yona for the most part. But Yona explains that she wanted to fit in to, do it for Sandbar because she really cares for him. And she wanted to do something, she wanted to change in order to get that Best Pony Pals prize. But Sandbar, being the chill guy that he is, it's just like he should have realized this, but, a little positive reinforcement that, he wanted to bring Yona, not Pony Yona, to this event because they care about each other. And this situation where they start blushing and holding each other's hands immediately makes me kind of wonder, it's just like, are they trying to hook these two up? How would that work? How would that turn out? Biologically. Ugh. I don't want to look that up, but I'm totally going to look that up later and probably feel shame for the rest of my life. But back at the party where the cleanup is going underway, the guys are lamenting the friends, hurt feelings, but Yona and Sandbar return. Your friends comfort them and say, hey Yona, it wasn't your fault and all that. And, the teachers come in to basically be like, yo, Yona, we're sorry for what happened. And while Yona tries to apologize for her actions, they say, look, it wasn't your fault. We thought you just wanted to, have a more fun time here. We didn't know you were going to go full sail into this whole thing. We probably should have reeled back a little bit and explained that this was not a you need to be a pony to have fun get together. This was all about having fun, being yourself, and embracing our various differences, like we've been doing for the past season or so. Like, god damn. That's the whole point of this season. You be you. Like Steven Universe says, be whoever you are, be wherever you are. And ultimately, Yona says that she did all this to help Sandbar because she wanted to get that prize for her friend. And, because ultimately Yona was doing this out of kindness and a want to help someone, they altered the prize for, a kind of best pal, kind of best friendship kind of prize for the most part. Just to show that Yona put the most effort into all of this, and I feel like ultimately they were going to give her that prize anyway because of all she was going through. But everyone agrees that Yona did the most in order to help out a friend, to do something because she cared for her friend. And Yona is happy to accept the prize and all that, despite the destruction. And, Spike or DJ Tails and Scales comes in and says, hey, that wild dance that you did, as, destructive as it was, everyone wants to learn it. And so Yona decides that she will bestow upon the ponies the grace of the Yak Yakistan Stomp, which closes out the episode and kind of looks like a mosh pit scene. Like, it just makes me think that, like, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor by Drowning Pool is, like, playing in the background, they're just all thrashing and moshing because of all the destruction that Yona causes when she does this kind of situation. But it's a more friendly version of that kind of situation. But that's the end of the episode. A basic premise. You could tell from jump that where this was probably going as soon as you learned that Yona wanted to change herself for her friend. And, while it does feel like the teacher should have caught this before it got too far along, they had no reason to really, have realized at the same time. I know that's contradictory, but this was something that Yona really wanted to embrace. So they were going all in, just like they always do. And it was sweet for the most part. A very predictable episode, but a nice one nonetheless. Not the worst out there, but it had plenty of cringe moments. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. How did you feel about this episode? Do you care for seeing the Young Six centric episodes, or do you feel like we should be doing the last season all about the main six and you care more about the villain alliance that is apparently going on behind the scenes? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. And if you liked this video review, leave me a like. If you didn't, feel free to leave me a dislike, and subscribe and hit the bell icon. That way you never miss an episode review of the final season. And if you want to find me on social media, go Google Duuz-Diz-Din. I am everywhere, for better or for worse. And until the next video, just remember to just mosh it out, man. Mosh out your emotions. Just thrash and bash your way into the most rockin' time out there. Until next time, bye-bye.